In Good Company with Jeff Lucas and Ruth Durnley.
Hello, welcome to In Good Company. I'm Jeff Lucas.
And I'm Ruth Durnley. And I know that you've just come back yet again from Ireland.
I've been spending a lot of time in Ireland over the last few weeks, Ruth. Dublin a few weekends ago, and then Belfast for something called the Mandate at the Waterfront Hall. But actually, my biggest memory of being in Ireland over the last 12 months was speaking at an event and then being unceremonially lobbed into a lake as a sort of, I think it was some sort of sicko Irish prize for speaking at this event. And my fellow speaker at the conference was Patrick Regan, and truthfully, I mean, he was screaming like a pathetic coward. I mean, it was just sad. And he's here with us. Oh, there you are, in the studio. Actually, you were. Truth is, you weren't, were you? You were very brave.
You what, my little girl was screaming. Like my little 6-year-old, she was like, "Put my daddy down!"
I know, it was really dangerous.
Irish people chucked me in a lake with blooming boulders at the bottom of them.
It was not warm, and as Patrick says, there were boulders there. And I mean, I narrowly escaped with my life, quite frankly. I'm just happy to be here. Patrick, great to have you. You were with us a few months ago.
Yeah.
You head up XLP. Tell us what that is again.
XLP is a youth urban community charity that works with young people across London. So it does a whole host of things, from working in schools, doing music projects, helping young people really realise the potential that they have. And we've got community bus projects that work on estates. We've got mentoring projects, and it's just amazing, really, and to see what God's been doing across London in young people's lives. And
you've brought Stephen and Terri-Lee in tonight. Welcome, guys. Great to have you with us. And you're going to give them, of course, a stunning. I mean, they were just sort of smiling, maybe even laughing a little bit at you when you're just talking there.
Yeah, that's typical. That is.
That's very natural and
no respect.
Tell us a bit about Stephen and Terri-Lee.
Well, I first met. I met Terri-Lee a long time ago, and when she used to come to one of our lunch clubs in the school, and then performed at one of our art showcases. And Stephen, I met probably about a year ago now. Is it a year ago? A bit longer than that.
The MTV show.
Yeah, we did this thing with MTV called "Pimp My Riot Van." And basically, we went up to MTV and said, "Look, if we give you a police riot van, would you pimp it? You know, as part
Hang on,
of the program."
You might want to explain what Pimp My Ride.
Yeah, what Stephen, explain, man.
Yeah.
You've got it nailed.
Pimp My Ride is all about Tim Westwood. Yeah, we like Tim Westwood, don't we? Yeah. Do you know about Tim Westwood?
Well, I'm going to say yeah, but I don't.
Well, yeah, Tim Westwood is the, like the host for Pimp My Ride, and yeah, it was a good show for us.
So what happens?
Yeah.
Oh, what happens?
Sorry, what happens is what I mean by pimp, it's make it better, because the police van was like really old and broken and dirty and everything, and what they do is fix it, and they make it like proper state of the art, like proper good for us. But normally they don't do like youth clubs and stuff. They do like one person, and lots of people call in and they say, "Can you pimp our ride? Like, can you make our ride better?" And they go from like a really proper mash up car to something that's so you wouldn't even ride it on the roads because it's really nice.
So MTV do this show, and I'm going to sound really cool now because I do know this show.
Yeah,
just so.
Oh, me too. He said, his nose growing.
And it is brilliant, isn't it? They take these mashed cars and then they make them better.
Hang on a minute, they take these what?
Mashed up cars.
Oh, right. Oh. Getting into the language there, girl. Getting with it.
But yours is slightly different. So it's not Pimp My Ride. It's
Pimp My Police Riot Van.
Yeah.
So tell us what happened.
Well, they lied to us, innit? That's what happened. They told us, they told us that there were 4 different groups there, innit?
Yeah.
And then we were thinking, oh, we really want to do this for XLP. We want XLP's thing to get pimped out, and we didn't even know they were gonna get a police van, innit? And then one time at O2, behind O2, we saw a police riot van just speeding
while
up
we was
as us.
While we was filming, and I really believed if you see the show, you'll see. And my friends thought I was faking it. I actually thought they wasn't allowed to film there, and I was like, I could see the car coming fast, and I was like, "Are you allowed to film here?" They was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Look," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "The police car," and then I was thinking, "That's not a police uniform," and then it was Westwood, and I was like, "Oh." Then I realised that's when I realised that we got picked.
Yeah.
So XLP has got this fantastic ministry of lying to people about, about projects.
No, but do you know what? It was the MTV. It was the
XLP,
MTV
it was the
people.
MTV people.
Oh.
Not
okay.
not XLP.
Not XLP.
No.
Glad
No.
we cleared that one up.
Yeah, let's
guys.
clear that up. Yeah, not XLP. It was the MTV people. It was just, it was to keep it real. That's what they were trying to do, innit?
But Stephen, you were saying earlier that you wanted to do something for XLP.
Yeah.
Why? How did you first come into contact with XLP?
It might sound crazy, but it was after when I got my GCSEs results from my secondary school, and then I was going home with one of my friends, couple of my friends that knew about XLP already, and they walked into this building that looks like a house there, and I was thinking, what's this? And then I walked in there now, and I found out there was MTV people there, and then they asked me to do audition for the show called Pimp My Ride, and I was thinking, okay, where? And then they kept on asking me, do a show for Pimp My Ride. I was like, for MTV, I was like, I want to do it. And then later on, I did it, and then the next day or 2 days later on, I got a call from the Pimp My Ride people saying, oh yes, you got in. And then after that, I was so excited. Since then, I've just been, helping out XLP whichever way that I can by, they got a bus thing. What is it? Do you know about the bus?
No, tell us.
Oh, man. The bus is, like a normal bus. Yeah, it goes around different areas around. Where's the furthest area that you go to again?
Various estates around London.
Yeah, and then it's got laptops, PS3, everything that you would want.
Sort of Pimp My Bus.
Yeah, something like that. And then, I help out in the bus. I play football with the kids from different areas and just, break that mold that people are always saying, someone my age can't go to a different area and, not come back safely. I was so safe within those people that I was with. I was at a place called Abbeywood, and I've never met, so they called it the roughest estate in, where we're from, but it was so friendly. People were so friendly, the kids were friendly, and it was different, man. It was cool. And then I went around another area. Now I'm working in Peckham, and these people are just, so far people say that Peckham is all like a bad place and you can't step through Peckham and all of that. All right, there's some places that you can't step into, but what people are saying are making it look like you can't step into everywhere. So they're just branding everyone as the same thing, and which is not fair on the other people that I met.
Terri-Lee, what about you? You've obviously come here with Patrick. You've been involved with XLP. How has XLP impacted your life?
Well, obviously, when I'm in second year college now, and when I first met up with XLP, I was in year 8, so fresh into secondary school, and I was saying this the other day in XLP. we had a when you're in school, I used to be with all the boys and was playing fighting, messing around, and someone from XLP come out in the playground and was like, hey, why don't you lot come inside, we got a Max Club. And we was like, oh, what's that? And it was like, oh, you can win money. And everyone was like, money? It was like, you can win sweets. It was like, sweets. And we went in there, and from then we was always there every single Tuesday, because what it was it was like a mini version of what XLP do now. They take youth off the street and give them something constructive to do, where it took us out of the playground, causing mischief, and then put us into a little club, and it was really good, actually. We used to do little competitions about spelling the words with what's them things called, spaghetti letters, and you had to spell out a word, and whoever finished it, you would get some sweets or stuff like that. So that's how I started off with XLP, and that's where I didn't ever think I would still be here from doing them things. I just thought oh, this is fun, but the older you get, the more you realise, oh, there's more to it. When I went to the MTV audition day, it was the same like Stephen. I didn't know Stephen, but I had just picked up my GCSEs, and I looked really bad. And I remember I had to go, and I said to myself, the things XLP have done so much for me, and for my school with all their little talent shows and everything, these are the things that we love. And because they did that, no matter how bad I looked, I was like, all right, let me go